The air hung heavy with the silence of pre-dawn, broken only by the rhythmic, shallow breaths of Toucam. Another night had bled into dawn, each hour an agonizing vigil for Nam, a torturous loop of worry and prayer. He sat by her side, a silent sentinel, his gaze fixed on the subtle rise and fall of her chest, searching for any sign, any flicker of life beyond the fragile unconsciousness that held her captive. Days had blurred into an eternity since the police delivered the grim news, since he found her collapsed, a victim of a brutal, unseen struggle. The doctors had come and gone, their pronouncements a delicate balance of hope and stark reality, confirming injuries but offering no certainty as to when, or even if, she would reawaken. His world, once a steady rhythm of routine, had been violently disrupted, leaving him adrift in a sea of helplessness. All he could do was watch, wait, and tend to her, clinging to the desperate hope of a miracle. Then, a faint stirring. A gentle tremor, a subtle shift in the otherwise still figure. Nam leaned in, his heart thudding a frantic drum against his ribs. Her eyelids fluttered, a slow, arduous journey, before finally parting to realize that, for a moment, held only confusion, a void of recognition. Toucam? Are you awake? Oh, thank the heavens, you're awake. His voice, raspy with relief and exhaustion, pierced the stillness. Her gaze slowly sharpened, a dawning awareness washing over her features. But why am I here? The simple question, laden with a fragile innocence, confirmed the depth of her ordeal. He had rushed to her side that fateful day, finding her sprawled, unresponsive. He had brought her back, here, to the quiet sanctuary of his home, where a doctor, summoned urgently, confirmed she was physically intact, but the trauma had taken its toll, plunging her into a profound, day-long slumber. How long? How long have I been unconscious? She whispered, her voice a reedy whisper. A day or two, yes, I don't remember clearly. Her hand went to her temple, a slight wince betraying an unseen ache. I only remember being on the road, then. A man. He controlled me, hit me. And then. Nothing. A chilling mosaic of fragmented terror began to coalesce, a stark reminder of the violence that had brought her to this precipice. The incident, a brutal ambush in broad daylight, was more than a random act, it bore the hallmarks of a predatory criminal enterprise. Such attacks, often targeting individuals in vulnerable positions, served as a grim testament to the shadowy underbelly of society, where illicit trade and human exploitation intertwined, leaving a trail of shattered lives. For law enforcement, it was another skirmish in an ongoing war against organized networks that operated with ruthless efficiency, exploiting gaps in oversight in a populace often ill-equipped to defend itself. Nam recounted his anxious wait, the doctor's stark warning that if she didn't wake, she would need to be moved to a hospital, a public facility that might offer less personalized care. The previous day, her continued unconsciousness had gnawed at him, a relentless fear. But now, seeing her awake, a profound weight lifted from his shoulders. Luckily, you brought me home, Nam. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do. Her gratitude was a fragile balm to his weary soul. Are you still in pain? He asked, his voice laced with concern. I just feel tired, she admitted. Yes, you should lie down and rest a little more. Let me cook something for you and then get some medicine. The doctor prescribed it for you to take after you eat and drink enough. His devotion was absolute, a silent promise to nurture her back to health, to be the anchor in her turbulent recovery. This wasn't merely an act of kindness, it was a testament to a bond forged in shared hardship and profound empathy. In a world often characterized by self-interest, Nam's selfless commitment stood as a beacon of human solidarity, a quiet defiance against the harsh realities of their lives. Yes, I'm bothering you again, Toucam murmured, the familiar humility tinging her voice. It's okay, When you wake up like this, I feel happy. No, I'm very worried. Just lie here and rest. I'll cook something. After you finish eating, take your medicine to get well. Thank you. Lie here and rest. The simple exchange underscored the deep emotional landscape of their connection. While her physical injuries appeared manageable, the hidden wounds of trauma often lingered far longer, impacting psychological well-being and requiring sustained support. The doctor's precise medical regimen, though seemingly routine, was critical in mitigating inflammation, managing pain, and kickstarting cellular repair, ensuring her body could focus on healing. The process would be slow, demanding patience and consistent adherence to treatment, a challenge for someone accustomed to an active, self-reliant existence. A faint discomfort radiated from her neck. I feel a little pain in the nape of my neck, she admitted, but it's fine, honey. Nam's concern was immediate. Is it very painful? If it hurts a lot, just tell me so I can take you to the hospital to see the doctor. His vigilance was constant, aware of the potential for delayed symptoms or complications. No, you don't have to worry. If it hurts a lot, I will tell you. Yesterday the doctor told you that if I have any symptoms, I have to go see the doctor. Her reassurance, though genuine, couldn't fully assuage his underlying anxiety. Yes, I'm probably fine. I only hurt a little. I'm sure I'll get better with rest. The fragile optimism was a necessary shield against despair. Wait a minute. When the water boils, I'll make porridge. Kia has everything prepared. Have you eaten or drunk anything since yesterday? He asked, acutely aware of the nutritional demands of recovery. Since yesterday I haven't felt hungry, so I don't want to eat. The body's response to stress and trauma often included a loss of appetite, a significant hurdle in the recovery process. Nam, despite his own exhaustion from the relentless care, acknowledged his own forgotten hunger. Because I work hard taking care of you, I have to eat and drink, but I don't feel hungry. I also prepared food at Kia. If I'm hungry, I'll cook it myself. When I'm hungry, you can eat by yourself. You don't have to worry about me. His priority remained her well-being, even at the cost of his own immediate needs. The simple act of preparing porridge became a ritual of healing. He brought the warm, nourishing meal to her, a gesture of profound care. Eat later, and take your medicine. Be careful, it's hot. He even considered his own meal, opting for instant noodles, a quick and convenient sustenance that wouldn't divert his attention from her. Yesterday my specialist also came here to ask about you. When the doctor prescribed the medicine, I was worried about you being here alone. I didn't feel safe, so I didn't go out to buy it, so I had to stay here to take care of you. The doctor told me to monitor you for any strange symptoms, then call the doctor immediately, otherwise I had to take you to the hospital, so I don't dare to be careless. I have to stay here to take care of you, so I asked him to buy some medicine, so he bought it for you, right? The detailed account painted a picture of meticulous care and a network of support, however small. The specialist's involvement was a crucial layer of medical oversight, ensuring that Toucam's recovery was not left to chance, mitigating the risks of a potentially dangerous oversight in areas where access to formal healthcare infrastructure might be limited. Such informal but expert networks often became a vital lifeline for communities facing medical emergencies. After she finished the porridge, Nam carefully dispensed the medication, 2 pills of one of another. Is it bitter? It's a bit bitter, try to drink it. If you drink it, you'll recover quickly. The simple act of taking bitter medicine was a small but significant step in her journey back to health. He put the remaining medicine away, emphasizing the importance of adherence. Remember to take it, you'll get well quickly. Toucam acknowledged the easing of her pain. I feel much better now. If you feel pain anywhere, remember to tell me. I'm worried." Her improvement was a relief, but Nam's concern was a constant hum beneath the surface. "It's just a little pain, right?" "Yes, just a little pain, or let me take you to the hospital for a checkup. Just for peace of mind, it's probably fine, you don't need to go to the hospital." Then if you finish taking all that medicine and it doesn't get better, let me call the doctor and ask for a new prescription to buy more medicine to take." His proactive approach was a testament to his dedication, ensuring no stone was left unturned in her recovery. He understood that while immediate danger had passed, the potential for complications or incomplete healing lingered, necessitating continued vigilance. The conversation inevitably turned to the perpetrators. "Have you caught that criminal yet?" Toucam asked, a note of lingering fear in her voice. Nam's response revealed the complex reality of law enforcement. That day, the comrades caught one of them, but the other escaped. Now they're interrogating Kia to see where this network is. They're also investigating. They're trying to catch Kia again. The admission that only one perpetrator was apprehended underscored the challenges faced by authorities in dismantling organized crime. Such networks, often characterized by their decentralization and adaptive strategies, posed a formidable threat not only to individuals like Toucam but also to broader societal stability. The illegal goods trade, a euphemism for various illicit activities from drug trafficking to human smuggling, was a multi-billion-dollar industry that thrived in regions with porous borders, weak governance, and economic disparities, perpetuating a cycle of violence and exploitation. The captured individual was merely a node in a much larger, more insidious web. Toucam recounted the terrifying moments leading up to her attack. "Yes, these guys are like people who trade in illegal goods, so there are many of them, right?" "Yes, there are many of them, there's a network." "At that time I was so scared. I was walking when suddenly I saw the guys chasing a guy, then he saw me and he just controlled me. I didn't know what to do. I must have reached the end of the road, so they took me hostage to let them escape, but luckily those comrades caught me, I couldn't let them escape." Her voice trembled, reliving the sheer terror. The realization of being a random pawn in a criminal escape, a desperate human shield, was a profound shock. The true horror, however, lay in the thought of her child. "Luckily, at that time I was taking Mango to school, but if Mango was there, I wouldn't know what to do." So at that time I was taking Mango to school." "Yes, at that time I was taking Mango to school, but luckily I took Mango to class and then I came back and I met them. Otherwise, if I had met them like that, it would have been very dangerous." The visceral relief, almost overwhelming, that Mango was safe, untouched by the brutality, highlighted the primal fear of any parent. It was a stark reminder of the ever-present dangers lurking beneath the veneer of ordinary life, especially in communities grappling with the pervasive influence of organized crime. The incident, while personal, echoed a broader societal anxiety about public safety and the vulnerability of ordinary citizens caught in the crossfire of illicit activities. The phone rang, a brief interruption. It was the doctor, calling for a follow-up. "Hello, hello Nam, yeah, it's me. Is there something up, doctor? I'm calling to ask about Miss Toucam's health. Is she better now? Is she getting better or not?" Nam quickly relayed the good news. "Miss Toucam is awake, doctor." "Yeah, that's lucky. Just now she's awake. I just gave her a little bit to eat and then took her medicine." "You watch to see if she shows any strange signs." Yes, if there's any strange signs I'll call the doctor. Then remember to feed her enough, give her medicine on time." Yes, I know this doctor. If anything I'll report back to the doctor later. If anything, call me." The doctor's call wasn't just a courtesy, It was a critical component of post-trauma care, emphasizing the necessity of continuous monitoring for potential delayed complications, both physical and psychological. In complex medical cases, especially those involving head trauma or significant stress, a patient's condition could fluctuate, making vigilant observation paramount. This ongoing dialogue between caregiver and medical professional was a lifeline, ensuring Toucam's recovery remained on a carefully managed, informed path. In the aftermath of such a harrowing experience, the mundane rhythms of life offered a desperate solace, a grounding force against the lingering shadows of trauma. For Toucam, her recovery was not just about regaining physical strength, it was about reclaiming a sense of agency, finding purpose amidst vulnerability. The garden, her small patch of earth, became a symbolic battleground where resilience would take root. Yesterday I saw the beans I planted growing in cowbang, but there's no trellis yet, Nam observed, shifting from medical concerns to the practicalities of their shared existence. So take the opportunity, bro. Cut some bamboo so I can make a trellis. Always give it to me. Yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to do it in time, it will fall out, so I'll do it all. His words, a blend of neighborly concern and practical assistance, highlighted the communal spirit essential for survival and recovery in challenging environments. The act of tending to the earth, cultivating life, often serves as a powerful psychological antidote to trauma, a way of asserting control and fostering growth where once there was chaos. It represented not just a source of food and potential income, but a tangible link to the future, a defiant act of life in the face of despair. Yeah, I have to take care of you and help you with your work, so it's hard. Give it to me, it's okay. Nam's dedication extended beyond Toucam's immediate health, encompassing the practical burdens of their household. The garden, more than a hobby, was an economic necessity. In many rural or semi-urban communities, subsistence farming and small-scale cultivation provided a vital buffer against financial precarity, often supplementing meager or inconsistent incomes. Also, this vegetable patch, I think it's a bit old, you can pull it out and eat it, then let the kids plant new vegetables, he suggested, demonstrating a shared vision for its productivity. The other day I also took some to sell, but there's still some left, so I'll probably have to pull it out and plant new ones. And wherever there's grass, we'll work hard to make it better. Toucam's health restricted her from heavy labor, rendering her temporarily reliant on Nam for the more strenuous tasks. Yeah, my health isn't very good right now, so I can just hang around at home and grow vegetables. I don't have a job now, I just stay home and do some vegetable gardening to earn extra income. When someone hires me to do something, I'll go to work. When I'm better, I'll go harvest and sell it to decorate experience life. Let the mango go to school as well as the others. Okay, try hard. Her statement articulated the harsh economic realities faced by many in her position. A job lost due to illness or injury could quickly spiral into deeper poverty, making self-sufficiency, even through a small garden, a critical strategy for survival and for ensuring her child's future, a goal that echoed the broader aspirations for socio-economic mobility often elusive in marginalized communities. Nam's presence was invaluable. He had taken leave from his own work, prioritizing Toucam's recovery. Are you busy doing anything? No, I'll take leave from work here to take care of you. So come down here with me. Now I just need to pull out the vegetables and let me hoe the soil. Yes, my health isn't good right now, I can't do heavy work. No, I can't do small things like that. Yes, okay, I can do small things like that. Then I'll take that basket down, then pull out some vegetables and then let you dig them again. His support extended to every aspect of her life, a demonstration of profound commitment. The act of clearing the old vegetable beds and preparing the soil for new crops was a physical manifestation of renewal, a tangible step towards rebuilding. It was a metaphor for Toucam's own journey, shedding the old wounds to make way for new growth. The garden, with its cycles of planting, nurturing, and harvesting, mirrored the natural processes of healing and resilience, offering a quiet, persistent hope. The meticulous effort to remove weeds and enrich the soil reflected an understanding that true recovery, like a bountiful harvest, demanded consistent, deliberate care. As they worked, a quiet rhythm settled between them. Toucam, still frail, took on the lighter tasks, while Nom handled the heavy hoeing, carefully turning the earth. "Yes, I'm wearing a hat. Or should we pull this all up to plant new ones, bro?" "Yes, pull this one home to eat." "Yes, these vegetables are old, remember?" "Yes, these little ones can all be pulled up, but do you have to pull them up easily?" "Here, these things are delicious to pull home to eat now." "Oh, this worm, you release it here, this one looks like it's old, remember?" "Yes, this one has withered, bro. Now we can pick a lot of this one to eat comfortably, bro. Now I don't have to go buy vegetables anymore." Her words carried a sense of small triumph. The garden was not just a means of survival, it was a source of pride, a symbol of self-sufficiency. The observation about worms, while seemingly minor, offered a poignant commentary on organic farming practices and the inherent challenges, but also the rewards, of cultivating food without industrial pesticides, a stark contrast to the often unseen dangers of illicit trades they had discussed earlier. This connection to the land, an ancient human practice, offered a primal sense of security that modern complexities often deny. Nom, ever the pragmatist, considered the commercial potential. "Can I pull them all out of this bed?" "No, pull them all out so we can plant new ones." "So pull them all out, okay? If you don't eat them all, you can take them to sell." "But these vegetables are also very popular at the restaurant." "Now there are few vegetables in the restaurant. Because now there are very few people growing vegetables." His observation hinted at local market dynamics, where a scarcity of fresh produce could translate into viable income for small-scale growers. This season, they grow less vegetables. When it starts to get a little cold, they grow a lot. "This plant is big, right? Do you plan to expand the garden?" "I'll just do this for now, okay? Once this situation is over, I'll do another situation." "You can plant them together. I see you grow a lot of vegetables. Now I harvest these vegetables to eat first, and then I'll harvest cabbage and kohlrabi later." Their shared planning reflected a long-term vision, a commitment to future harvests and continued self-reliance. This microeconomy, built on sustainable practices and shared labor, offered a stark counterpoint to the exploitative macroeconomies of crime, demonstrating how grassroots initiatives could empower individuals and strengthen communities. Hours passed, the sun tracking its arc across the skies. The vegetable beds were meticulously cleared and prepared. Just as they finished, another figure approached, the kind man, Fr, and, perhaps Hugh, who had also been instrumental in her initial care. "Hello, dear." "Oh, Miss Toucam." "Yes, she's awake." "Oh, yes, I'm awake. Luckily, you come in here to drink some water. Did you just get home from work?" The visit was a testament to the community's concern, a circle of support forming around Toucam. He worked at a factory, a world away from the tranquil garden, and had stopped by out of genuine worry. "Yes, I just went out to the factory. The work is too messy, the roads are not finished yet. It's still early, so I'll take the opportunity to come in here to see how Miss Toucam is. Is her health stable? Have some water." Luckily, just now, Toucam was awake. When she woke up, she said that her health wasn't affected much, just a little sore neck. Drink some water, that's good. Now that she's awake, that's good. I'm just worried about what's wrong with her. So, how are you feeling now? His questions were direct, reflecting a pragmatic concern for her well-being, acknowledging the fragility of her recovery. Toucam reassured him. Now I feel normal and much healthier, bro. I also feel much more normal, bro. Because when I first woke up, I was still a little sore, but now I'm much better, so that's good. Yes, it'll probably slowly recover. Yes, luckily Nam is here to take care of me and help me, so after I took the medicine, I felt much better. Luckily, Nam works nearby. Her words highlighted the synergistic effect of medical treatment and dedicated care. Nam elaborated on his ongoing vigilance. I also asked for leave from work to come down here to take care of her. If she shows any strange symptoms, then I still have to take her to the hospital. Your work there is fine, but it's still very messy. Let's take it slow. Now I'm awake, but Nam still has to be close by because this is true. Actually, I'm awake, but if she does something wrong, then I still told her that if she feels unwell, then I'll tell her to let me take her to the hospital for a checkup, but she said it's okay. Now then Ms. Tu held it and saw the person doing it. She just said to Mr. Nam, yes, don't be shy. The emphasis was on caution, on not rushing the healing process. Recovery from trauma, particularly physical trauma with potential neurological impacts, was rarely linear. It involved periods of improvement interspersed with setbacks, demanding patience and a nuanced understanding of the body's healing mechanisms. The constant monitoring was a safeguard against premature exertion or unaddressed symptoms, reinforcing the critical role of the caregiver in navigating this delicate phase. The friend reinforced Nam's advice. Yes, don't be shy. Yes, I'm probably much better now, but taking medicine is probably okay, bro. I probably still have to monitor my health. That's right, I can't be subjective now. You should drink some water, you should drink some water, yes, you should drink some water. Now she just woke up. It's best to rest, don't go to work far away, just stay here, or else it will be time. The long distance doesn't know what will happen, it's best to stay home. This collective encouragement underscored a shared wisdom. The path to full recovery was not about individual strength alone, but about communal support and cautious progression. Toucam acknowledged their counsel. Just now Nam also told me that, but now I know my health is still not completely good, so I just work around at home. I don't dare to go far, so just now I saw my vegetable garden. I should change the new vegetables, so I went down to clean the garden to make a new vegetable crop. Brother, just take it slow, don't try too hard. Yes, I'm here, I still go to help her with the work here. Yes, and now, even if I go far, I have a phone wherever I go. If I do something, it's easier to contact each other, brother. The presence of mobile technology offered a layer of safety, a practical link in an unpredictable world, allowing for quicker responses in emergencies. This technological integration into everyday life, even in more rural settings, significantly altered the dynamics of care and communication, providing a sense of connectivity that mitigated some of the isolation of individual struggles. The friend, having ensured Toucam was stable, prepared to leave. Yes. Okay, that's more convenient. Yes, but the doctor also said that it doesn't affect me much, so it's probably okay. Just stay home. Monitor for 1 or 2 days. If you're completely healthy, then you can go to work then. Yes, if your health isn't good or something happens, you're not here, just call and tell her. Yes, I'll take you to the doctor. Yes, I have your phone number. If anything happens, I'll call you. If anything happens, I'll tell you. Yes, we can take it slow. There's no rush. I only work next door, so I'm probably okay. The other day, Nam told me to buy medicine and come in here. When I came in, I saw you like that. I was also worried. After that, today, my factory's work was stable, so I took the opportunity to stay here to see how it was. I was afraid that Comrade Nam would be alone these days, so it would be difficult to come in here to help, but when I came in, I saw you like this, so I was relieved. Yes, thank you for asking about my health. Now, I'm okay. Luckily, you were here the other day, so there was a specialist. I asked him to buy the medicine. I don't know anyone here, but I only know how to ask the specialist. I asked him to help me. So I bought it and bought the medicine. Yes, thank you both. It's okay. Because of me, you both have worked hard. It's okay, you don't need to think too much, just be healthy. The mutual exchange of gratitude underscored the deep sense of community and interdependence. The mention of the specialist who helped acquire the medicine highlighted a common phenomenon in resource-constrained areas: reliance on informal networks and trusted individuals for access to essential services. However, this lifeline came with its own social complexities. You're a specialist. You're so good. Luckily, you're a specialist. You're very good. If you weren't, I wouldn't know what to do. You're a specialist. You're also very good. But his wife is very difficult. Yes, she often misunderstands, so I'm also very scared. Yes, when she knew I was here, she was afraid that she would come in and bother her. No, any wife would be jealous of her husband, but she doesn't understand that yet. Yes. Then I'll sympathize with her because I'm sure any woman would be jealous if she saw her husband like that. I'm in here now, try my best. This subtle admission revealed the hidden social costs of selfless acts, the delicate balance between altruism and personal relationships. It reflected a universal human truth: even in acts of profound kindness, interpersonal dynamics and societal expectations could cast a shadow, adding another layer of complexity to an already challenging situation. The specialist's wife's jealousy was a minor subplot, but it spoke volumes about the pressures faced by those who step outside conventional boundaries to help others, especially across gender lines, in communities where tradition often dictates social interaction. As the friend departed, Nam reiterated his unwavering support for Toucam and Mango. Yes, don't worry. If I do so, I will tell you. You don't have to worry. Don't try. Yes, because of me, you have to work hard. Later, I don't know how to repay you. Just work hard and take care of baby Mango. I feel that's enough. Yes, I will try to work so that baby Mango can have a better life. Keep trying. No matter what, you still have to try so that your child can have a better life. Yes, and you too. You deserve to receive the best things. Never be discouraged. You know? Yes, I know. Luckily, since the day I met you, my life has changed a lot like this. If it weren't for that, I don't know what would happen now. If it weren't for Sel, I don't know what would happen to me and baby M.
Everything seems to be fine.
Oh, that's a relief. Is that the heartbeat?
Yes, everything looks perfectly normal. The baby's heartbeat is strong and healthy.
Did you know that they tried to get rid of me? The results are looking good.
That's a relief to hear. Looks like everything's perfectly normal.
Oh, that's such a relief to hear.
The baby's looking healthy. Do you want to see the heartbeat?
Yes, please. I'd love to. God. I'm speechless.
The main thing that causes acne scarring is inflammation, so you just want to reduce inflammation.
The baby's developing very well. Look, you can see the heartbeat.
Your baby is healthy and growing well.
The scan shows some minor inflammation here.
Is it serious, doctor?
No, with some rest, it should heal just fine.
Are you ready for the ultrasound?
Yes, I am. Oh, look at that.
I see the heartbeat.
I don't see any irregularities. The baby is in good health and has a strong heartbeat. So the baby's doing fine. There's nothing to be concerned about. I can see here that you've got good kidneys, liver, and spleen. So there's nothing for you to worry about.
Do you understand what this says?
Yes, I think so.
Hi, honey. I'm just getting ready. I'll be there in 20 minutes, okay?
Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be deep cleaning this entire house.
What's up with the paint cans? Oh, my husband wants to paint the house again. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Do you like it?
I love it. Isn't this jacket beautiful?
Oh, I love the color. Where did you find it? And so I think that really taught me how to be brave. Oh.
It just means a lot to be able to share with so many other people.
What do you think of this jacket?
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. I think it fits really well.
It's hard to tell.
I think it fits well.
It looks great on you, Mom.
How is that feeling? A bit better?
Yes, that's much better, thank you. When I was your age, I had so many dreams.
I know, Mom. You've told me. We went to the Merch Burrs, your friend Chow. So what did you think of the party last night? See, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we went.
It's okay. We're all here for you. No matter what, you're not alone.
I was just thinking about that. Me too.